What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Prison Life with Dustin Sloan. I am Dustin Sloan, unfortunately. What's up with you guys today? It's a beautiful day here in the Bronx on East Tremont Avenue and Marmon Street in the hood. Just posted up, chilling. You know what I mean? Waiting on the bus all day. Gotta go to work. Just having a coffee, chilling out, tapping in with y'all. Cause I'm trying to make content steady, you know? Cause why not? I enjoy it. I meet so many cool fucking people. I want to shout out Brett, the Brick House. Just check out his channel. It's a cool fucking dude. Dude's jacked, yoked up, fucking boxer, fucking badass dude. Cool dude, man. I've been interacting with him, man. He's fucking one of the real ones, you know? Very rare, bro, you know, to see somebody that actually speaks their mind and keeps it fucking real. I appreciate that shit, bro. And he, you know, showed nothing but love back to me, which is very rare. Most of these people, you reach out to them and they send you back a Cash App notification, like it's fucking disgusting, but that's all right. But I just want to talk about a few things today, you know, like back end of my story is, you know, the addiction end of it, which is the part which I struggle with the most, you know, and that I struggle with daily, and anybody that's an addict knows what I'm saying, that every day you're going to struggle with that. But it gets easier and easier, but you can never, you know, let your guard down with this, you know. It's just something that is always going to be there, and if you think it's not, you're about to fucking relapse, you know what I mean? Because every day I come out here and there's people selling drugs. Every day I come out here, there's fucking people selling drugs. It's just the way it is. So if you can't fucking deal with that, you're gonna have a real hard time. And at first it was really fucking hard, especially if I got paid from work or something. That money would burn a hole in my wallet. I would just have to get rid of it. You know, pay the bills, give it to your wife, you know, send it to my brother, you know, have someone else hold that shit. I can't have it because I spend it all, you know. And so I had to, you know, figure out different ways of not fucking myself over, you know, because if anyone is in my situation, that when you have little kids and a wife, if you don't give them money, they don't eat. Like, people don't get that, like, that it's different when you have the responsibility of, like, if you don't feed them, they don't eat. You're gonna leave your kids hungry like I was when I was a kid, abandoned like I was as a kid, no fucking nobody there, you know, it's shitty of a feeling that is, that I went through, you know. Because my dad abandoned me and my brother. My brother took care of me, you know. My older brother, he's 4 or 5 years older than me. He was always taking care of me, you know. And I'm not going to let my kids go through that, where they have no dad and they have no money, they have no food, you know what I mean. I'm not rich, I'm not balling or anything, you know what I mean. But me and my wife, she makes sure that she, you know, she works hard, she makes sure that she gets her money, you know, and I get mine, and we fucking take care of business, you know. And the point is, you know, like, I do this channel a lot because, like, it helps me stay motivated and on the right track, like, and I've just been going through a lot lately, and just down, and I'm getting out of this depression I've been in, and, you know, I think it should be talked about more. Like, people, you know, don't talk about it, you know. It's like people are scared or ashamed of it, you know, especially in this genre that we have on this YouTube, is that people want to act tough. They want to be a gangster. Everybody's a gangbanger. Everybody's this, that, and the third. But I'm not. I'm just a dude trying to make it through. And if you don't touch me physically, and you're not a child molester, I ain't touching you. You know what I mean? If you pointed across the street and there was fucking minor mouse, I'd kick him directly in his fucking teeth. You know what I mean? If you're a chomo and you're out here, I'm gonna fucking put my hands on you. But if any other situation, if you don't come and touch me, or it's not like sparring or something like that, I'm good. You know what I mean? Because I don't give a fuck. I'm 6'1", 180 pounds, and I can fucking kick you in your face. You know what I mean? I'm not tough, I'm not a big guy, I'm skinny fucker, but I fucking go for it, no matter what. You know, and I've fucking been in and out of hell my whole life because of my addiction, you know? And I started, you know, drinking when I was 8, 9 years old, you know what I mean? I was smoking cigarettes when I was 8 years old, smoking weed when I was 9, I was doing cocaine when I was 11, you know what I mean? By the time I was 14 years old, I was already an alcoholic drug addict, you know what I mean? And my parents were alcoholic drug addicts. My brother was an alcoholic drug addict, you know what I mean? My grandfather was a drug addict, alcoholic. My uncles were all in prison or drug addict, alcoholic, or dead. You know, everyone in my family. My grandmother is in a coma because she had a seizure on Sunday because they don't sell alcohol on Sundays in South Carolina. She had a seizure and hit her head and went into a coma. She was in a coma for, I think, 11 or 12 years. She died last year. You know, and that just goes to show you the things that can happen to you from an addiction. You can fucking have a seizure, hit your head, and not fucking wake up. And God knows what's going on in her mind because her eyes were open. She tried to grab you and stuff. So imagine that suffering, that you wake up sick, feeling like shit from the alcohol, and now you can't move. You can't talk to nobody. You can't communicate. Imagine how bad that would be. That is terrible, you know? And I just see, you know, a lot of people mocking people that are addicts, you know? Like, what's his cocksucker's name? Fucking dude that does all the impressions. He's like gay in one thing, and then he's Wes Watson in another one. God damn, what is that? I know his fucking name. But I saw a video the other day. He's talking about hiding his take-home bottles. That shit was funny as hell because I know exactly what he's talking about. Like, I used to go through that all the time. Because my wife's sister, they would try to steal my shit, and I'd put it in the safe, and they'd try to break into it and stuff, so I always had to hide those things. And I still would I caught her one time red-handed with my shit in her hand trying to steal it, you know what I mean? So that was funny. And those take-home bottles were actually methadone take-home bottles, you could tell. So he's probably actually really on the shit. I thought he was just talking shit, you know what I mean? Because he always talks about all these drugs and how he's funny though. I think it's funny, you know? But I just don't understand, like, people interview him and they take it, like, seriously. Like, how are you going to take that dude seriously? You know, he's just talking shit. Like, I think it's funny what he's saying about Lance off DR. That shit is funny. Roll call! Shit's so true, man. And when he had the W's on his chest, that shit was so funny, man. That dude was funny, man. But yeah, so through my addiction, you know, it brought me to every place you don't want to be in the world. It never ever relented. I always did negative things, you know. Any jail just kept saving my life, you know. And finally I had to sit down for, you know, a couple of years, you know what I mean. And I finally, you know, when I got out, I met my wife, and when my son was born, that's when I actually started taking things seriously. And I never ever gave a fuck in my life about anything. You know, I never took anything seriously in my life, you know. I was on it like a death run, you know. And that all changed. My son. And he was born with a small hole in his heart, so we were in the NICU for 4 months. Because they had to watch it and make sure it closed. Because they said it could close on its own, but if it doesn't, they had to do a surgery immediately, so he had to stay. And I sat in there with him, and I mean, that was the craziest experience, because there's little kids in there in the NICU that have no parents that are dying, that they were, you know, taken from the mother at birth, you know, because she was in some other situation. And I mean, you would see the pastor or whoever over there reading them their last rites, you know, and nobody there with them when they died, but a nurse, you know, like, they would most definitely stay with them, you know. They're good people, they're great people. And I remember I would go over there and I would talk to them, you know, and just say stuff to them and let them know that someone's there that cares, you know, because that helps a lot, you know. But it just shows you, like, how grateful I was and how, like, you know, unappreciative I was of everything I had. Everything, I'm perfectly healthy. Everything on me works. I got 2 legs, 2 arms, ugly ass face, you know. I'm good, you know. And my son, his situation, I thought, oh my God, it's so bad. Why is this happening to me? Oh my God, wham. And when I'm in the NICU, I see these other kids, you know, they're fucking arm missing. They got a hole in their chest. They got fucking, you know, a cleft palate, you know. They had serious fucking medical issues, you know. Born without a leg, you know, stuff that really changes your life or stops you from having a normal life, you know. Some of them had closed head injury from parents beating them. I mean, it's fucking terrible. How do you beat a fucking 1-year-old to where his brain swells up in his fucking head, now he's retarded? Like, what the fuck, you know? But it just makes me appreciate life and how bad I had just said fuck mine, you know. Just sticking a needle in my arm every day, you know what I mean, was all I gave a fuck about, you know. And it's disgusting, you know. And now that I see other people going through it, I'm just like, it's so bad. I hate that. I used to see people nodding out and I was jealous. I was like, oh, that motherfucker, I wish I was fucked up like that. Now I see it, I'm like, damn, I wish homeboy would get his shit together. I know how that feels, man. At the moment, it might feel good, but dude, you ain't doing nothing but looking like a fucking idiot, you know. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. And, you know, I'm the type of person that I'm just here to interact with y'all guys, you know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of people. Rise over here, 305. He's a great fucking dude. Always in the comments, always saying something positive, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so I'm just here. If anybody wants to talk, you know, if you have any issues, you're depressed, you're upset, you need to talk to someone, I'm fucking here, man. I'm available anytime. So, thank you guys. Peace.